Mercy sees all.
Hi everyone, Bruce Swartz here. Again, thank you very much for taking the time to subscribe to the channel and for your interest. This is Aristarchus Crater. Isn't it maddening there's always a haze on the surface? Many say, let's get into the surface, let's get in as close as we can. Well, there are many areas where we can't get in as close as we want to because of the hazes. Sometimes the hazes seem to be less thick. Sometimes the hazes seem to be very, very thick. Here, Mons Argaeus, over to the right here of Mare Serenitatis. Now look at the beautiful greenery and browns inside of Mare Serenitatis. We see grays, but the gray, again, could be the color that we are not seeing, obviously, as the moon seems to be gray when it really is not. Look at all the, I love this part. And the craters, okay? They are crazy. Some of them are triangular. I'm going to show you some of those too. A really nice overall video. I showed Cassini the other day, more close up on the French channel, but now we're going to get in really close. Oh, another V shape right there. You see that? We see a lot of those 90-degree angles on the surface of the moon, including where, right here, Mare Imbrium. Oh, there it is. There's another one. Where the supposed Apollo 11 landing would have landed. This is just northeast of where they would have landed. And as we're moving right along here, past Mare Imbrium, we're going west now. Look at the bottom craters appearing on the left, all on the bottom there. Look at the shapes and forms that they have. Very odd. First of all, they're very bright. They don't look like crater shapes. They look like straight walls, right? This looks like a sort of elongated triangle if you want, but hang on, I'll show you a real triangle. I also, for the first time, went to see Hoagland's work, and he had shown this one, if I'm not mistaken. It's right beside the Rima Hyginus crater, and again, you can see that triangular form or shape. Again, it's supposedly a crater, right? Well, when you see those shapes, like here too, the smaller crater right beside it to the left that I just showed, well, it's another smaller crater. Here, Mons Argaeus with a very apparent view of all the beautiful colors on the surface that are changing. The colors do change a lot, but hang on, it depends on where the terminator line is. So I can't really justify if there are changes on the surface aside from maybe some refraction, of course, because here I believe you can see a bit of both. Don't rule everything out for refraction, my friends. There is a lot of color on the surface. Does a colorful surface cause refraction sometimes? Well, of course it can. It's easy enough to differentiate the difference between them both. So we'll be right back after this with some more surface structures, everyone. Let's head towards the wall. Rupus recta. So we're getting really close. I hope you're enjoying it. This is Tycho Crater. We're always getting closer and closer. Here's where Bereshit would have crash landed right at the north side of Mare Serenitatis. As we're panning over to Cassini, look at all the surrounding craters and the details and colors on the surface. Truly sensational, seeing all that elevation inside of Mare Serenitatis and all that color, purples, greens, blues, just amazing. If I was to use the proper term, I would say, hey look, a transient lunar phenomenon. If I was to use my own head, my own silly head of mine, I would say, hey, look at the energy source or the fire. Some type of fire. Maybe that's the way we see fire in space. Who knows? Fire in space? I just have a funny head. I just say, the sun's in space, stars are in space, they burning. Yeah, fire in space. Did humans develop the mind? Did we evolve? Or were we given an intelligent brain to start off with? It's a funny thought when you think of it. The mind, the brain, is like a soul, a trapped soul. I often talk with some people about that. I debate actually about that with some people, saying that the soul and the mind are more connected in more ways than people think. I'm speaking this of, speculation through theory, of course, but look at it like you want. When they say you're astral traveling, if it is so, that an astral travel is possible, and I know it is, how could you know to come back unless your mind was connected to the soul? It's like Wi-Fi. Your brain's driving the soul, telling it where to go and to come back. They're staying in communication together, just much like a satellite. Everyone's like, what? Yeah, look at the cone shaped. It was in the circle. Nice cone shaped supposed crater up there. Don't see many of those. So, theoretically speaking, let's talk about telepathy. Let's speculate. Let's wonder. Let's ponder into the zone of telepathy that nobody knows so much about, right? So, brains communicating. How? Is the soul a part of it? Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. We can see the objects, and now don't forget, this is the surface of the moon. We're trying to find proof. We weren't before. We found structures, but now we're trying to find proof of more structuring, and we can very easily see it. These are not pixel lines. I can go back to the exact same areas. They're remaining in place, the lines. It's very easy to see the difference. Here, I wanted to get this up for you guys. I have shown you one of these angles before. It's along the edge of the moon, and now I want to show it to you with just a couple of days ago when I got the moon before the snowstorm. I want to show you what it looks like, not exactly beside the Terminator line. Look at that. It literally looks like it's lying down. Now don't forget, everything looks like it's lying down unless you're at the top, like here, along the Terminator line. So I can't download the updates. My computer's acting slow, really weird, so I don't know what's up. Wish me luck. This is my mailing address.
Aliens are the moon. Aliens are the moon. And they're mining really up there. And they're mining on the moon. Aliens are the moon. Aliens are the moon. There's fire really up there. And they're mining on the moon. Aliens are the moon. Aliens are the moon. And they may be coming soon.
This is Houston. Say again, please.
Houston.